Coach, thank you so much for joining us on the call today. If you take a minute to tie up the trip to Notre Dame, please, and what you expect to see is get back in action Friday at Houston.
Had a tough loss versus Notre Dame in South Bend. Proud of our guys. Thought they played hard. So I have no problem with our effort level and how hard we played. I just wish we'd played smarter. Had a lot of mistakes. And against a good team like that, you can't do that. But with that said, we had the ball at the end of the game with the chance to, it wasn't going to tie. We were going to go for the win. But we have a chance, to win the game there at the end, which has been 3 of our games, 3 of our 4 losses. We've had a chance. We've had the ball at the end of the game to go ahead. So, we're losing some close games. In the past, we've won those close games, and it's kind of how our games have always been over the years, one-possession type games. And we'll continue to fight. We got to get ready for Houston. It's got a short week. So both of us are playing to get back on the winning track. I know they had a tough loss versus Tulane, and we have a tough loss versus Notre Dame. And so hopefully we'll bounce back and play better against Houston.
We'll take questions for Coach Niumatalolo. Please hit star 1 on your telephone keypad, and that will put you in the queue, and then the operator will introduce you.
We'll take our first question from Bill Wagner with Baltimore Sun Media Group.
Good morning, Coach. How's everything?
Hey, Wags. How you doing?
Good. Well, just kind of tell me how you approach. You got 2 games remaining, and obviously you can finish 8-6. You can finish 6-6 or somewhere in between. Do you feel it's important to finish strong, to make this a positive season going into the bowl game?
You mean 8-4, right? You said 8-6.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant. 8-4 or 6-6 or somewhere in between.
Yeah, so we're not even looking at that. We're getting ready for Houston. That's our approach. We got to see how we can play better. That's always the quest, to play better than the last game and to improve and to continue to get better. And that's what we're looking for. That's our approach. It's not long-term or anything like that. That's what the media does. Our thing is we got to get better this week.
Do you feel it's important? This is a battle for second place in the West. Does that mean something to you?
We're just trying to win, Wags. That needs to mean everything to you. It's not, if you got to dangle stuff onto winning, you ain't going to win anyway. You know what I mean? It's just, it doesn't matter who you play. You're trying to win every time you suit it up, man. It's not you're playing for this or playing. Every time you strap it on, you're trying to win the game. That's your goal. The old Dennis Green deal, you're trying to win the game. That's the motivation, and everything you do, you're trying to win. Like I said, the media can add numbers and stuff, but every time you strap it on, the goal is to win. That's it.
And last but not least for me, your thoughts on Houston with Coach Applewhite, they've always been very explosive offensively. What are you seeing?
They're always a really good football team, always well coached. Major's done a nice job in his first year. They always got good players. We played these guys, every year being in this league. Wags, so very, very talented. And so we just got to be ready to go. Hopefully we can play better. And, I say that every week, but still waiting for us to, play cleaner on, all sides of the football. But we also recognize, too, we're trying to win this game. And it's tough, losing these close games. So you got to try to find a way to get over that mental hurdle, just trying to move on. But it's tough when you put everything into it. And so, our focus, like I said, isn't long-term. It's to try to win this game, because, that's where we're at right now. We can't do anything about the past. And we just got to try to get ready for a really good team. It's similar to us. And I've had some tough losses. Had a tough loss last week, and it's a team that can rebound the best and bounce back the best that's going to win the game.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Wags.
We'll go next to Dan Tortora with wakeupcalldt.com.
Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Hey, Dan. How you doing?
Doing well. I know you're just talking about, having to jump, get over the hump and win some of these close games. I know you said a few weeks back that Navy wasn't playing Navy football. Do you feel that some of those things that maybe were lacking, despite the loss to Notre Dame, are you seeing some improvements that you can key in on at all?
Yeah, I thought we played hard against Notre Dame, which was encouraging. We had one turnover on offense that was a critical one, and we're, I think, 114, or we're in the hundreds in turnover margin. That's probably the most disheartening thing, that we always strive to be the best in the country in turnover margin, and we're one of the worst. Penalties, we're up there, and we're doing better, but, we're still getting some penalties that, we normally don't get. And so, we're just trying to play cleaner, just assignment-wise, turnover-wise, penalty-wise. And then, because that's always been our culture. And then you let the other stuff fall where they may. Will we tackle guys? I don't know. Will we block guys? I don't know. But if you're not covering the right guy, you don't have a chance. And if you're not blocking the right guy, you don't have a chance. And so, 10 games into it, it's a little disappointing that those are the things we're still talking about improving on. But that's part of the deal, and just keep trying to get better.
As far as, you as a head coach of this team, and you've been there a while, and you've obviously seen a bunch of talent come through, what have you learned about yourself through this season where there have been moments where you haven't seen Navy football? What has it taught you? What have you kind of taken away at this point in your tenure at Navy?
Well, you got to stick to your culture, and culture is strong, and you know what your program's about. So you got to be strong and firm that way as the leader of your program. But you also got to be humble enough to look at what you're doing and to see how you can improve and things you can get better at, maybe different ways of practicing, different ways of teaching. It doesn't mean you overhaul stuff. I don't believe in that. And I'm not saying that you just junk everything. But I don't think it'd be wise or if you don't just look at what could you do to do better. I think some guys are, well, we've always done this, so we're going to keep doing that. And so stuff that you know and that you can stick to and are tried and tested, you continue to do. But there might be some things that you can tweak to improve. And so that's what you learn, just going back and looking at everything, just how you're doing things. What can you do to help your guys play better? Because that's the ultimate goal, just trying to help your guys play better. And what are things you can do? And, just keep trying to look and keep trying to search and just keep, staying at it to try to help you guys improve.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate your time.
All right, Dan.
Coach, thank you so much for your time, not only today, but during the course of the season. Happy Thanksgiving to you and the midshipmen, and best of luck the rest of the way.
All right, same to you. Thanks, Chuck.